everyone. So today we are going to be looking at a brand new deck called Symbiosis, which is the name that I selected because it focuses pretty much entirely on the mutate mechanic. So let's go ahead and take a look at what we have in here and then see how it does. Now, before I get started, I want to mention this is Bant. I am thinking I might mess around with Sultai later, but the main draw to the Bant build is Volpkeet, because it allows you to ramp fairly well. I was also thinking Abzan as well because I really do like Volpkeet. But the biggest thing that I'm concerned with is getting a hold of the cards that are green and blue, and as we go through this, we'll go ahead and discuss why. So, first off, Healer Hawk. It is flying and lifelink. The main thing that I care about here is the lifelink, because this deck is very slow. It's kind of Boggle style, so that is a major component in helping us get a little bit further. So far, in test plays, it has been fairly instrumental in making sure that things go at least a little bit better. Next, we have Mysterious Egg, which whenever this creature mutates, you just put a +1/+1 counter on it, so it doesn't matter which you're mutating onto it, it's just going to get noticeably bigger. So that's the main draw there. That, and it is a 1-drop, and 1-drops, which we only have 2 of, Mysterious Egg and Healer Hawk, are very important for this build. Going on to the 2-drops, we have Essence Symbiote, which says whenever a creature we control mutates, put a +1/+1 counter on that creature and you gain 2 life. So more life gain to help stall out, more +1/+1 counters to get bigger things, and this is, of course, obviously a good mutate target itself. Next we have Paradise Druid, which not only is it a mana dork, but it having hexproof as long as it untapped is kind of relevant if we need to hold up a blocker. It has so far underperformed, unfortunately, so I might be looking into replacing that later on. But for now, it's a good start. You know, like I said, getting that hexproof and the ability to act as a mana dork when we need it is pretty important. So that's pretty much it for the things that we will most likely be targeting. I say most likely because there's one other that we'll be looking at here in just a second. But yeah, most likely be targeting to mutate onto. We got Growth Spiral, of course. Draw a card, put a land from your hand onto the battlefield. So ramp and draw. If we're already in the colors, why not play it? I only have 2 copies of this, one because I'm kind of testing it, and 2 because I ran out of rares to exchange. So, Sea Dasher Octopus, it's something that can flash in, it's something that can be mutated on top of. It mutates itself for 2, but most importantly, whenever this creature deals combat damage to a player, draw a card. So, whatever it's mutated onto, draw a card. Whatever mutates onto it and gets bigger or makes it bigger, you'd still be, have access to that ability. Obviously, because, that's how the mutate mechanic works. Moving on, we've got Primal Empathy. At the beginning of your upkeep, draw a card if you control a creature with the greatest power amongst creatures on the battlefield. Otherwise, put a +1/+1 counter on a creature you control. So we have more growth, and we have draw, and this is, just in general, a good card. The only thing I don't like is the fact that it costs 3 mana, which kind of steep for our deck, so this is definitely one of those things that we're kind of running experimentally. I've so far had some positive results with it, but at the same time, it's kind of taking up a slot. And assuming I get more rare freebies sometime soon, I see this card possibly getting replaced with much more important, much more useful things. Speaking of, moving on, we have Trumpeting Gnar, which, first off, it only costs 3 to drop it, which is really good because this would actually be a great target for mutating onto. Because it just says whenever this creature mutates, you get to create a 3/3 beast. Now, most of the time, of course, we are focused on just getting bigger. But going wide is not something we should ignore, and so therefore I see this potentially being a really good card. 3/3, we can definitely make it better, but most importantly, it gives us either ground attackers or ground blockers that we can chump block with. And 3/3s aren't just your average chump blockers, of course. They're capable of doing significantly more damage. Vulpikeet, this is my favorite card to mutate with because not only does it give you +1/+1 counters just for mutating, no matter how many times you mutate, but it has flying, and so it's going to give flying to whatever it mutates onto, and it's a 2/3. I've got to say, so far, one of my favorite combos in other games that I've played with it is literally just putting this on a Mysterious Egg, and then you can do whatever other mutate you want with it onto that, and then it just starts getting out of hand as far as size. Next, we have Gem Razor, or the Godzilla version, Angurious Armored Killer. It is a 4/4, which when it mutates, that's just an improvement on most things. Has reach and trample, and when it mutates, you can destroy an artifact or enchantment that an opponent controls. I'm only running one because, again, it's a rare and I don't have a whole lot of rares available, but two, it's just kind of, if we need it, kind of removal, which, given the fact that I've recently seen an increased flux in enchantment-dependent aristocrats decks, that's something that could potentially be relevant. But we will look more into that later. And of course, finally, Parcel Beast. It mutates for only 2 and allows you to either ramp or just straight up get card draw. This is, I mean, in short, it's just a good card. It makes something have a bigger butt, and gives us a form of ramp. The downside is after about turn 3, 4, whatever, it starts becoming significantly less helpful, which is just a general downside with Parcel Beast. It doesn't matter what deck you put it in, that's going to be a hindrance. So I could definitely see that being something that gets dropped down. Like I said, there's definitely a lot of experimenting going on in this particular version of the deck. And again, I've also foresee experimenting with Abzan and or what's the word I'm looking for? Sultai later on. And then as far as lands, again, I don't have the greatest land package here, but I believe this is 26 in all with 4 planes, which we actually, let's make a quick adjustment because those are significantly less important. So we'll go down 1, and then we can go up an island because islands are better. Definitely use them on roll. I mean, green's the most important, but so 3 plains, 4 islands, 5 forests, 2 hollowed fountains, because again, white mana is not that important. 2 blossoming sands alongside 2 temple gardens, 3 breeding pools, and a thornwood falls instead of a 4th breeding pool, and 1 copy of Evolving Wilds, because right now I have a lot of basics. So this is a pretty suboptimal land package, but you work with what you got. Hopefully, as I get further into this channel, I can get better land packages, and yeah, I mean, it's not really anything else to say beyond that. So that's it for looking at this. Of course, if you have any suggested upgrades, regardless of whether or not I can immediately get them, please suggest them. But for now, let's go ahead and see how Symbiosis does. If your opening hand doesn't contain any early plays, consider a mulligan, obviously. Alright, so we're playing against Sayala. Alright, so we get 3 lands, all 3 of our colors. Healer Hawk, Symbiote, Primal Empathy, and a Parcel Beast. So right off the bat, we have the ability to make a 2/4 flyer with lifelink that can also ramp us and or draw cards. So I think this would probably be a good one to keep. Of course, you know, all of that would happen on turn 2. So yeah, we'll go ahead and pay the 2 life, land the Healer Hawk, and go from there. Adventurous Impulse. You know, that probably wouldn't be a bad card to consider using. So we'll pay an additional 2 life just because we will definitely be getting it back. Actually, before we do that, let's actually put down the Essence of Symbiotes. And we'll attack, get one of our little lifers back. And next turn... Season's Growth, okay. Ooh. Does it change how I want to do this? No, not really. So, what we're going to do is, we'll first mutate the Parcel Beast onto the Healer Pod. Make it go over, obviously. So now we have a Flying Lifelink. It'll be a 3/4. Yeah, sorry, 3/5. That has utility. Now, the question is, do I want to put down the Mysterious Egg? Probably not. It's not going to benefit me. Do I want to pay 2 life just to have... No, I don't. I'm going to put down the Evolving Wilds, move to combat, get in 5 points of damage, gain a little bit of life, end the turn. Let's see how our opponent reacts. Okay, so it looks like they're passing from there, so we will go ahead and activate the ability of the Evolving Wilds. I'm thinking a Forest. Draw something else that taps. Which I'll be fine with. I will go ahead and put that down. I'm going to play Primal Empathy because at this point it's free card draw, attack. And I think, unless our opponent starts playing things. Oh look, someone else is going down the mutate route. So far it looks like it's going to be green and red. And of course that could be Teamer, that could be Jund, that could be literally anything. You know, even Naya. I could see a good Naya build for that. Alright, well there goes our Primal Empathy. That sucks. Alright, well, that thing has Trample, but we have Lifelink, so I think we can handle a 5/5, at least for now. But what we're going to do is we're going to put down Breeding Pool, tapped, and then we'll put down a Mysterious Egg as a possible for a later option. Healer Hawk, because right now... Oh, wait, he does have reach. Oh, it's good that I paid attention, because I could have missed that, and that could have been bad. Alright. So, in that case, we're going to not attack. We'll end the turn. And then, prior to the pass, we will go ahead and use Parcel Beast to go get land so we can decrease the amount of land that's in our deck in general. That's not good. I know exactly what that card does. As a recap, it allows our opponent to cast spells from the top of their library, and they can look at any given point in time. On top of that, it creates beasts, and I can't remember what the second ability is, but the fact that she can activate it immediately is kind of a problem, so... Okay, well, we got a Vulpix. Vulpix can be helpful. I'm thinking Vulpix on Mysterious Egg. That's going to give us a 4. No, that'll actually give us a 6. Yeah, that's a good idea. Speaking of which, Seasons of Growth, that would be a good idea for our deck as well. Should consider, what is that? I'm pretty sure that's an uncommon. It's an M20 uncommon. I don't know if I have any. We're not going to block because I can just accept the life loss at this point. Alright, so we will go ahead and mutate the Vulpix. We're going to put it onto the Mysterious Egg, which and go over. And what that should do... Yeah, okay. They don't have anything else flying, and I have exactly 9 in the air, so... That should finish it off. Oh, they have the jumping Gnar. Okay. So I should attack everything, but... Either way, I'm pretty sure we're still set. I'm gonna put down this mystery egg just because I can. There's no point in faking combat tricks in this situation. At least I don't think so. Alright. So we have a 3-5 with lifelink. We have a 5-6. That has the ability to grow really well.
Diversity is our greatest strength.
I originally focused a lot on having flyers in this deck because I ran into an issue with flyers in the original build. And the original build had a bunch of other problems with it, but... I would definitely say, as far as upgrades go, these would both be good ideas. Okay. Whatever that is, it doesn't look pretty. At least it doesn't look good for us. It's not. Alright, so he's got a flyer, he has a reacher. Can this help us? Let's see, if we mutate it onto there, it'll get another... Yeah. Actually, I see this being very helpful. So, we will go ahead and mutate our Trumpeting Gnar onto... Where do we put it? The Parcel Beast? The Vulpikeet? Parcel Beast doesn't have Trample, but it does have Lifelink. We can put it on the Mysterious Egg, which of course will give us a... Oh, it's a 4/4. I'm thinking Parcel Beast just because aerial threats are a huge thing for us right now. And that makes it a 5/5 aerial threat. So right now, if we attack with both, their only option is to block with the 5/5 as well as their other 5/5. And unless they've got a 1-mana combat trick, which is possible in green, we will be... Wait, oh, do those have reach? Oh, they do have reach. Okay. But we're getting rid of a flyer, so that's pretty relevant. Although we're losing one. Why do those have reach? Is it a reach counter? It is a reach counter. Does it say it gives it a reach counter? Oh, a vigilance counter, a reach counter, or a trample counter. Okay. Yeah, I see that going into this deck because that would be pretty helpful. And I'm pretty sure I have 2 copies of it already from my elemental build.
I love making new friends.
Which I could actually see those being removed from the elemental build as they don't provide quite as much help. But we'll see how that goes. Alright, Adventurous Impulse, they got themselves a symbiote, so they can also start lifing up. This could turn around. I don't like that. On the plus side, we're at 34 life, so it could turn around for us as well. But the downside is it could turn around for our opponent. I'm trying to think. We have a Gem Raiser of our own. And that's good, because that means we can get rid of their Season's Growth, and we can possibly give our Vulpikeet some trample. But right now... Right now, there's not a whole lot of luck to be had. Well, I suppose one thing we could focus on is trying to reduce their numbers. So, we'll move to combat. Oh, they can double block at this point, and we just lose the Vulpikeet. So, no attacks, we'll stay on the defensive. And I guess now we buff cards. Ugh. Not really happy with how this turned out. Yeah, I see myself spending some more time getting some gem racers in the future. Possibly. Possibly. No guarantee, but it does seem like it would be a good option to have at least one more, because right now, oh, shoot. This isn't good. So, our lifelinker's gone. Our flyer is gone.
Beauty lies in
Ouch.
variation.
And they're swinging 10 right now. 13. Okay. I've got to keep the Essence Symbiote. I don't really need to keep the Beast. And I would like to take out one of the Reachers, so that's how we're going to block. We are going to take the damage. Oh my goodness. Alright, talking it out. I don't think there's actually a way to win at this point. I would need a Vulpikeet and a Gem Razor in order to win here. So I believe that concludes this game and this round anyway, and we'll go ahead and make some upgrades real quick and then look into possibly playing another better game. That'd be nice anyway. Alright, so I'll be right back when I do some upgrades, and we'll take a look and see what the changes are. Alright, so we're back at looking at this deck. As you can see, I went ahead and I made a couple of upgrades. I opened up a few packs in the store. I luckily found myself another Trumpeting Gnar, as well as landed a rare card, so I was capable of getting myself another Gem Razor, so that's where we're at. And then, of course, remember the Season's Growth, which, let's take a look here. Yeah, that's exactly what something that we would want, and that can actually very easily replace a Primal Empathy. And I added my 2 copies of Vivian Monster's Advocate. But with that said, if you take a look, that means that our creatures are now at 60, or sorry, our card total is at 67, so we need to go ahead and start making cuts. Now, as I just said, obviously this means we can cut Primal Empathy. I don't think it's necessary to have something that has much more steep conditions than Season of Growth, which not only allows us to draw, but allows us to scry. I already went down 1 copy of Paradise Druid, and I'm kind of toying with the idea of removing it altogether, as I don't really think creature-based ramp is super relevant in this build. So yeah, let's do that. Apparently, I accidentally added a copy of Vivian Champion in the Wild, so that'll take care of our last slot. And yeah, this is going to be our new build. So going over it one more time, we have Healer's Talk, which gives flying and lifelink on its own. Mysterious Egg, which grows Essence Symbiote, which grows anything that mutates. Season of Growth, reading this card real quick. Whenever a creature enters the battlefield under your control, scry 1. Whenever you cast a spell that targets a creature you control, so using mutate, draw a card. So perfect for this build. Growth Spiral, draw, put a land in your hand, from your hand onto the battlefield. Sea Dasher Octopus mutates and allows you to draw a card. When it mutates, Trumpeting Gnar creates 3/3 beast creature tokens anytime that it mutates, and is actually a good mutate target. Vulpikeet gives counters and flying. Gem Razor, this one, I think we just realized from the last game, was highly underestimated. Gives reach and trample to whatever it mutates onto, or just itself, but I'm pretty sure this is something that'll be mutating. Has a base stat of 4/4 and allows you to destroy artifacts or enchantments that opponents control when mutating. Parcel Beast, of course, again, that is option ramp, and it mutates for 2, gives whatever we're mutating onto a bigger butt. And then Vivian Monster's Advocate. Let's actually take a proper read of this. You may look at the top card of your library at any time, cast creature spells from the top of your library. You can create a 3/3 green beast creature token and give it your choice of a Vig counter, a Reach counter, or a Trample counter. And when you cast your next creature spell this turn, search your library for a creature card with a lesser converted mana cost and put it onto the battlefield, which I don't think we're going to see a lot of. The only thing I could think of is maybe drop Trumpeting Gnar and go fetch Symbiote, Mysterious Egg, Healer Hawk. Or you could also drop Symbiote and get Mysterious Egg or Healer Hawk, but at that point in time, if we're spending 5 mana, that means we're pretty far into the game. So I don't know how that's going to work out. I just said the lands again, but we're not going to go over that. So let's go ahead and try 1 or 2 games with the edit in place and see if we can't get a little bit better. I'm thinking, let's see, for tomorrow's video, we might revisit the elementals, but we'll see how that goes. So, Plains Forest, and then we have Healer Hawk, Mysterious Egg, Essence Symbiote, and Trumpeting Gnar. The only thing I don't like is that we do not have blue to use Trumpeting Gnar at all, and we don't have a mutator, so I think this would be a good time to mulligan, because we're not getting quite the function. So we have a wider range of land here. We can put one of them back if we don't want it, but we are hitting all of our colors, so I think this one would be worth the keep, so we will keep. I'm going to put the Evolving Wilds at the bottom, just because tapped lands aren't very fun. And we're going to go Forest, Mysterious Egg. Maybe we'll get something that can mutate onto it soon-ish. But right now the plan is next turn is Essence Symbiote, and possibly a hard-casted Trumpeting Gnar. Okay, Season's Growth. That's going to be an even better plan, so we will do that. I don't see any point attacking with a 0/2. For being entirely honest here, it kind of seems dumb. So I'm thinking next turn, maybe Temple Garden tapped and then Essence Symbiote, but let's see what our opponent plays first. Oh, they have a Tri-land. That'll give us some info. Looks like that's Mardu. So, are we talking Mardu humans? It looks like Mardu humans. Oh, hey, check that out. We have a Vulpikeet. Now, do I just drop it right on the egg? Do I? Or do I Temple Garden Essence Symbiote and then put it on the egg? It's riskier to do it this way, but we're gonna try it. So, enter tapped, play the Essence Symbiote. We will definitely keep the Temple Garden on top because I like being able to have land. We are not going to attack. We're gonna hope that none of what we just did is gonna bite us. Because they have red, black, and white, which are all removal colors. But they didn't play removal. It looks like this deck is fairly well focused on cycling. Yeah, so it's a cycling deck. Okay. I hate to sound arrogant, at least to an extent, but I think we have the advantage here. So we're going to Vulpikeet right onto the Mysterious Egg, definitely going over, which will give it 3+1/+1 counters and flying. No lifelink today. Sad. We'll put another Temple Garden down tapped, move to combat, and let's see. Next turn I can put them trumpeting Gnar on the Vulpix, so I'm not going to attack with the Essence Symbiote today. We're just going to go ahead and go straight for the 5 damage in the air and move on. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that was the right choice because getting value off the trumpeting Gnar would be pretty good right now. And right now, 1 mutate. I mean, it's definitely bad to put all your eggs in one basket, but it seems like a situation in which the risk might be worth it. Healer Hawk. Okay, cool. So, force down, and then we're just going to go ahead and straight trumpeting Gnar right onto the Vulpix, which will make it bigger because we will also put the trumpeting Gnar over. You know, 3-3 is better than a 2-3. You get several mutate triggers. We got a draw trigger off of it already. Do we need more land right now? I'm saying no. So that'll go straight to the bottom. Of course, we had a creature enter the battlefield. They still don't have anything to deal with fires, so we're going to go ahead and boom, 9 damage. So we definitely have a notable advantage here. The only thing I'm worried about is direct removal, because direct removal gets rid of our trumpeting Gnar, and with as much as we stacked onto it, that's going to be trouble. Now on the plus side, we have more stuff to mutate onto, we just don't have mutators. Lots of cycling. I think Hollow One would be a really good addition to this deck if it were even possible to do that, which it's not. Although there's possible that a Pioneer build could exist with that. I remember someone talking about it on a forum once. But yeah, right now they're just trying to ping with cycling and it's not going to pay off for them. What's their companion over here? Luris, of course. Makes sense. Okay, we're gonna go Healer Hawk. Scry. Don't need that. Essence Symbiote. Scry. Might need that, so we'll leave that there. And then we're just going to do another 9 points of damage in the air. So that gives us a really solid window to win here, which I think we will. So, so far from this game, we can definitely evaluate that Seasons of Growth goes into mutate decks, which means there will be no mutate decks, or probably no mutate decks, in which you are not playing that card, at least per my opinion. Alright, so he's definitely pushing it. He's gaining life at the moment from, it looks like the healer, I'm guessing. Yeah, it fits the name. And he gave up. Okay. So that was good. But one duel, especially against a very odd niche deck, is not a solid determiner, whatever you want to say. So let's open this pack of cards real quick, get another rare, get whatever that is, and then let's get a dex real quick, because as I said earlier, if the opportunity arises, take it, and we are going to get us another Gem Razor, and I'm thinking, it's hard to tell because we haven't seen it in an option yet, but I'm thinking maybe Sea Dasher Octopus. Just because it's conditional and it needs you to connect. Oops, that's not what I wanted to do. So we will craft that. And with just one additional edit, let's go ahead and see how the Bant version of Symbiosis does. Now, like I said before, I will most likely be experimenting a little bit with the other possible forms. All three of them, really. or more. I mean, you know, it is possible just to do blue-green. Really anything with green, so we'll see how that goes. There's definitely a lot of things to look into. Now let's take a look at this hand. The only thing I'm not liking is the lack of blue. But is that enough to justify not keeping it? I'm gonna say yes. We can get quite a bit of value from this deck, so that's better. So Essence Symbiote is most likely going to be our mutate target. We have a Gross Spiral, Parcel Beast, Vivian Monster Advocate, but what do we want to put at the bottom? I think just because it's going to be so far away from our ability to cast, we're going to put Vivian down. Alright, obviously we are going to start with the the shock land tapped, because why take damage when you could just not do that? Alright, next we're going to go Forest Growth Spiral, because card draw and then free land. We'll go ahead and put that down tapped. And we got a Death Touch Lifelinker over here. Ooh. That does allow me to reevaluate here. Theoretically... Oh. Is that permanent or temporary? Okay. Alright, yeah, I guess oops. Okay, so... Trumpet Ignore is actually a much better option. So we'll go ahead and enter tapped the Temple Garden and put down the Trumpeting Gnar in its hard-casted form. Next turn, I'm thinking... Well, next turn, my best option is... Okay, well, next turn my best option is going to be something completely different than what I was originally thinking. So I guess we're going to do Essence Symbiote with a mutated Parcel Beast on top. And so now we have a creature that forces itself to grow, ramps, gives us life whenever a mutation happens. Bloodthirsty Aerialist. And I have the Ebon Legion. Hey look, it's classic mono black. Mono black life gain and other random BS. That's pretty much all it is. Alright, so we're gonna go ahead and hardcast a Parcel Beast, because at this point in time having more defenders is good and not having more defenders is bad, and Parcel Beast is going to allow us to do some drawing stuff. So we're not going to attack. Instead what we're going to do is pray that the next one, maybe 2 turns, depending on how long we need to go for, somehow works out in our favor. 3/3 and Death Touch until end of turn. Fine, whatever. Now, here's the thing. Knight of the Ebon Legion is problematic. Bloodthirsty Aerialist is problematic. My option right now... I kind of think I'm going to have to let it do damage to me, as much as I really don't want it to gain counters and become more problematic. I have to, so... yeah... we're just taking damage. It's like blocking anything right now would be good, but not having cards is a problem. Luckily it's a problem our deck is capable of fixing. Okay, so that's not good. So we'll go ahead and activate this Parcel Beast, because that's either draw or ramp. I'm really hoping for draw. It's draw. It's not draw that I need. Let's try again. Ugh. Not helpful. Alright. We're gonna put down 2 copies of Essence Symbiote because at the very least we can either take out that stupid lifelink Death Toucher, which will slow down the ascent of the Bloodthirsty Aerialist, which is going to be our biggest problem right now. Yeah, it's frustrating. Okay, so let's think about this. We put out Vampire of the Blood Moon, lose our Essence Symbiote. That's gonna suck, but it will keep the one thing that we don't currently have an actual answer for from continuing its attack. Knight of the Ebon Legion, we don't actually have an answer for at the moment, so I think we're gonna go down to 2 life and put an end to that blood monster pain in the butt. What? Oh, no! I was supposed to block that. Oh, no. Oh, no. Alright, well, this is where we start hoping for a miracle. I don't know what kind of miracle off the top of my head that we could hope for, but... Oh, fine. Maybe you can give me a miracle, buddy? It's not much of a miracle. Wait, hold on. We have 2 copies of Essence Symbiote. If we Mysterious Egg, put the 4/4 on top of the Mysterious Egg, it gets 3 counters. It's capable of taking out the Bloodthirsty Aerialist, but it doesn't really give us enough blockers now, does it? We can use the Mysterious Egg to shut down Knight of the Ebon Legion, and then we can use the Essence Symbiote again to... Okay, I think that's our best option, and we have the mana to do it, so we'll go ahead and do Mysterious Egg. Mysterious Egg. And... Armor Dude. Onto Mysterious Egg. Go over. So now we have a 4/4, which triggers 3 times. We get a little bit of extra life, which is really good right now. But we don't attack. So again, we throw the other Mysterious Egg in front of Knight of the Ebon Legion. We throw the Armored Killer in front of the Bloodthirsty Aerialist, and the Essence Symbiote in front of the Vampire of the Dire Moon. And with any luck, we somehow pull ahead of this later on. Alright, so... Essence Symbiote blocks Vampire of the Dire Moon. Mysterious Egg blocks Knight of the Ebon Legion, and the Reach guy who can kill the Bloodthirsty Aerialist kills the Bloodthirsty Aerialist. Lots of sacrifices were made, but I think we can finally start looking at not losing. Alright, well, we still have an Essence Symbiote down, so that's good. Now what we're going to do is put this over the top of a Parcel Beast, which gives us an additional Reacher, as well as making a significantly nicer Parcel Beast, or just, creature in general. Knight of the Ebon Legion does get pretty big, so... Or can get pretty big. It was just a 9/10. So I need to contemplate sacrifices that might be made, and I'm thinking that Parcel Beast and the biggest Armored Killer might be the direction to go. But for now, I'm taking a direction of the middle guys doing damage. And of course, we can get either additional ramp or draw off of Parcel Beast before it dies. Let's kind of see where this all goes. It does suck because it doesn't really put us in a great position after all of this is said and done. But it's better than, losing like what was about to happen. Okay, they didn't ramp the Knights. They instead decided to put a couple of bodies down, which is really helpful to us. So... Sure, why not? At least we're getting it out of the hands. I don't really need a healer hawk, thanks, but whatever. Alright, so we'll go ahead and put that down. As that gives us another body, that we'll go ahead and activate the ability of Arsenals one more time. No, I don't need that, but sure, whatever. Alright. Go to combat. Anti-opportunist. Spinal centipede. What's a possible play my opponent can make? A possible play is pumping Knight of the Ebon Legion 2 times. Possibly 3 if he gets another land. Wait, no, 5, 6, 7. So 2 times. Only 2 times. They can also activate Vampire Opportunist once. Again, the biggest thing I'm worried about is getting rid of the Knight of the Ebon Legion, so we are going to, again, not do anything. Oh, shoot. It's a problem. On the plus side, Knight can only be activated once. Which, giving it 3/3. Okay, so 6, 7. We chump block with Healer Hawk. Yeah. So we will go ahead and put the Armor Killer in front of the Centipede, chump block with Healer Hawk, and I guess in this exchange we actually gain life instead of losing it. So block, activate the ability because why waste it? That helps. That helps a lot. Oh, Vulpikeets. That's amazing. Okay, so we'll put Season's Growth down first. Vulpikeet will mutate on top of the Armored Killer, giving it 5/5. Going under, of course. Technically it's a Gem Razor, but whatever. Mysterious Egg for another chump blocker. I think the answer is going to be draw cards, do a bunch of damage in the air, and chump block that Knight until we somehow win. So we will go ahead and move to combat. And yeah, take my 7/7 in the air, sucker. Oh, bloody. Well, on the plus side, I have multiple reasons not to care as much this time. Alright, so he's coming at me with the Knight. Of course, Mysterious Egg chumps blocks. Mysterious Egg chump blocks, thank you. And then let's just go ahead and activate Parcel Beast now, because why not? Yes, take action. Just have it enter tapped. It's interestingly how efficiently we're holding them off, actually. I don't really need a Blossoming Sands, thank you. But we'll put it down because it does give us life. No, we're not going to activate the ability. What even is its ability? What all does this thing do right now? Oh, there's a Parcel Beast underneath of it, so... Summon in the air like you just don't care. Oh my goodness, how I wish I had lifelink. Alright, our opponent is currently at 8. Now, if we can get to next turn without taking lethal damage, we can possibly gamble our way into a very favorable end. That's gonna take some possible risks, though. Ooh, please tell me that's all you're gonna do. Oh, sweet! Ooh, I'll take that, sure. I'm fine with that. Oh, and they only put down a swamp. This is amazing. Okay, if I can get anything to put counters, any type of mutate. Nope. Oh, shoot. Okay. Here's what we'll do. We'll put down Season's Growth. We'll put down the Mysterious Egg, because chump blocker, in case we do have to deal with Knight of the Ebon Legion. I can't believe I'm this happy about being stalled out. I'm not that interested in Spiral Growth. I just want one thing that mutates. Anything that mutates. I don't care what it is. We're not going to attack. Okay, that just put us out of the range. And it also increased our chances of dying. On the plus side, again, they don't really have any trample. They do have the ability to pump that knight 3 times, though, so that's a problem. I'll take one. I'm fine with that. Oh, sweet. Not what we're looking for. That's mostly just going to stall us, but that's still good. And actually, I'm pretty sure when comboed with Season's Growth, that's actually going to start netting us a lot of stuff. So we can either put a Vidge, Reach, or Trample counter on it. And I'm thinking Trample for this one.
We will adapt.
We get 2. Yes, we will take that. Yeah. Okay. Okay. Oh, and with Vivian's ability, we can now cast it. But can we mutate cast it? We can mutate cast it. What do I want to put it on? If we put it on our Vulpikeet combo, we're really kind of overloading it. But at the same time, this alone is going to... This and Vivian together are really going to load things up. Oh, we're getting draw off of it too. That's pretty relevant. It's going under. Okay, so... Oh, done. Done. I think we just found our win. And it looks like I can mutate one more time, which will bring it up to 11, but most importantly draws me more cards. More importantly, I should say. Oh, shoot, but I can't. Hold up, how much mana do I have right now? I only have 3 available total. Okay. So, Breeding Pool down. We will hardcast this Trumpeting Gnar. Don't you love going 1 turn instant board? Oh, Vulpikeet, perfect. Alright. We were going to go ahead and take our flyer. Have them attack. I'm pretty sure we now have our win. Not immediately, like not this turn, but they don't have any flyers, so they can't deal with Big Boy over here. I have a way to get rid of their vampire and their knight. The only other thing they can do at this point is activate their vampire opportunist one more time. That's not going to stall enough to win. And you know what? Even if they manage to kill spell the Gem Razor combo Big Boy that we have, I think we could still win with a go wide. Okay, yeah, that's exactly what I was hoping for. So we will go ahead and put the generic beast in front of that. Again, unless that card in their hand really turns things around, we just win off of the fly swing. Still went off the fly swing. Okay, yeah, we still win. Because Keep mutates onto Mysterious Egg. Over. Next, I'll attack. Yeah, this is a win. This is a win right here. Finally! That took so long, but you know, yeah, I had a lot of fun in that match. That was awesome. Can't believe it's asked me that. Okay, so there's definitely not going to be another game in this particular video, but that was pretty cool. Okay, so the Bant build so far is working out. I think we can safely say if upgrades need to be made that octopus is not going to be relevant because the Parcel Beast is doing plenty of work, and so is, of course, the Season Screws. So, yeah, octopus, not helpful. I believe that is going to conclude it, and not sure exactly what the next video after this is going to be. All I know is it's gonna be good. Alright, thanks for watching.